Welcome to the people of Portland and beyond, episode 27. Today in studio with me is Andrea Vidrine, and she's working with what studio? Yeah. So when did you start working for In Hiatus Studios? Tell a little about it.
Actually,
Not that good.
darling,
3 inches.
I've actually on the ceiling if you want me. For a while. Twice on the pipe. But yeah, I've just been
The answer is no.
Compilation.
Oh, my sweetness.
And that is actually just released earlier this year, so it's kind of hitting the comic circuit. They're actually participating in WonderCon this weekend, so it's kind of exciting. But I actually was able to help out when they were in town in Portland for City Comic Con. It's a good time. Yeah.
And how?
New world for me, for sure.
Yeah. And how was it at Comic-Con?
It was awesome. It was a little intimidating. I'm kind of shy and slightly introverted, so being around all those people, and it was a little intense. But it was nice being there with friends and showing Portland what we've been working on, and yeah, I'm very proud of what we did. And yeah, it's like I said, it's a whole new world for me, and yeah, I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for this gift, this mug. Pretty cool. Where'd you get the idea? It actually reminds me of Liquid Television, MTV.
Well, I've actually, I don't know, that was one of the first kind of illustrated faces I did, and I kind of, it's actually a painting, and then I just kind of was trying to think of different ways to kind of, get my work out there, and,
I can feel your body swaying. What else, what other mediums have you used besides mugs? T-shirts?
Yeah, I've done T-shirts, I've done kind of just one-offs. I haven't really had anything
On the ceiling if you want.
So I struggle with, I guess, monetizing everything that I do. I have a background in graphic design, so I'm kind of trying to go more in a fine art way, but I don't know, I feel like for me as an artist, I really struggle with the business aspect of what I do. I can paint all day, every day, but when it comes to monetizing and making a living just off my art, that's what I really struggle with. So I'm happy to try this out and be a part of a graphic novel series is very exciting. And just seeing what my friends are doing, it's very inspiring to pursue it more. Seeing what can be done with hard work is and working every day and sticking with it is really important. And no matter what you're going through in life, your creativity it's there in you. So and I have to remind myself of that, remember why I'm here in Portland, why I've traveled this far, to not get boggled down by the daily grind. And as an artist, I'm sure you can relate. It's not just going to a job that you aren't happy with and getting in that routine of the everyday struggle that a lot of people deal with. For me, I was lucky to have a family that was supportive of my art, even though they still don't think they really understand me fully and why I'm doing what I'm doing and why I'm here in Portland. So yeah, it's just not losing sight of who you are and what you want to do and what your dream is, that's really important. So
Do you ever break your vision? Like somebody wants you to do something else for your art for the commercial reasons?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly like this is like the biggest collaboration I've done with friends, and it's definitely been a struggle for sure. Even just looking at it now, like that's something that I'm realizing like you just have to kind of let it go, like it is what it is, and just
Yeah.
focus on the next thing and be proud of what you've done. So yeah, for me, especially now, I'm kind of living and working in the same space, so I'm kind of like not able to like break free of what I'm doing, you know?
Yeah.
So I struggle with that for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, it's difficult not to get consumed, you know, sometimes. So
Yeah. It's always fun when you notice that my mic's not recording. But
oh.
in the first minute it was.
Okay.
Whatever. I'll just redo those questions overdub. As far as how you first started art, like what was your first art piece? Did you use crayons, watercolors?
Oh gosh, my first I mean, I've been like I come from a family of artists, so I've always been like coloring, like I don't know, I still have some like old like Care Bear like coloring book sheets, so I guess I started coloring, but
Yeah.
I mean, I went to school, the Art Institute in Houston, so I kind of started I guess using ink and stuff there, more digital, but when I really started, I guess, is when I moved to San Francisco, using like the kind of the style I'm doing now, incorporating different like natural elements and stuff into what I do is probably like my signature style, I would say.
Yeah.
I did some painting back in Houston too, more traditional, more like graffiti stencil esque. I don't know what you would call it. But moving and to a new city and exploring a new place, it brought something out of me. And moving to Portland only inspired me more, or I hate that word inspired. It drove me to look at my art in a new way because I'm in a new place. So I feel like it takes it up a level in a way, makes me think differently, and experiencing the weather here, the seasons, it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like my art has grown in a way. It's different. I I I often struggle with even like new concepts, new ideas at times. I don't want to be just a one note. So I've been doing how I've been painting here for about 2 years, like using different rocks and found flowers, found objects, whatever I find in what I do, and now I struggle with like, is this it, or like what is that next step? And I feel like working with my friends on this graphic novel has kind of made me think about like storytelling in a different way.
Yeah.
I've kind of been writing more and trying to, I don't know, if I did tell a story, like what would it be, you know, and uh, incorporating words, typography, um, images. I mean, whatever I'm taking in, in like a new, fresh way. Like that's what
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, oh, you know, like I don't want to plateau. And I feel like, I guess everybody feels like has that fear, right?
Yeah.
You, I don't know. For me, I
We've all
I
seen it with bands and musicians. I don't know if the public like decides for them. We're sick of you. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, as with art, that is art. It's like you do it and you move on to the next thing. So I feel, like with music, it's just a reflection of where you are in your life.
Yeah.
So for me right now, I feel my reflection is kind of where I'm at, and that's kind of at a lower, it's lower in a good way because I'm kind of figuring out who I am again here in the city. And yeah, like I'm not the person I was when I moved here. So,
Yeah.
and that's okay. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of people experience, you know, life here. Um, it's not a plateau, like this is a weird, fun city, and
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm still pretty new here, so I'm
Mhm.
still trying to figure out my place. And
You feel you've grown as an artist, and now your art basically is reflecting your individuality and your personality better than ever before?
yeah, and it can be kind of scary.
Uh-huh.
Like just looking back at some of the stuff I've done, yeah, it's definitely a reflection of my experiences and my life, and the people around me, and my environment, this environment that we're living in today, like in this
Yeah.
in this country. So
Before you worked with In Hiatus Studios as a contributing artist, were you with other studios before that?
no,
So this is a great
yeah.
experience for you?
Yeah, it's a good experience. It's been a challenge because I'm not in San Francisco with them. So it's,
Yeah.
like I haven't had that closeness, which is okay. But yeah, it's difficult just communicating,
Yeah.
through emails. So
How did you
yeah.
end up linking up with them?
Well, they're close friends from San Francisco.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
you're originally from San Francisco?
I'm originally from Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was it like growing up in Houston?
Um, I mean, I kind of grew up in Katy, Texas, which is kind of like a little bubble outside of Houston.
Yeah.
But then yeah, it was all right. It was a bubble. It was a nice city.
How often
And
did you hear gunshots?
gunshots. Where I grew up, there weren't any really
Uh,
gunshots.
no stand your ground law and all that.
No, Katie's kind of like it's like a oil bubble. So
Okay.
like
Oil bubble. Like,
yeah, I mean everybody's, pretty well off,
in what ways growing up?
excluding me. I was
Yeah.
kind of yeah.
In what ways growing up there did it inspire you as an artist?
Um well, I feel like I had a lot of challenges growing up, and so I feel having adversity in your life it can take you down a couple different routes, and I was lucky to channel that in a creative way.
Yeah, I think if you have too good of a childhood, you're not, maybe unless you're Ben Folds or something, like the music won't be as primal. I don't know.
Yeah, to each his own,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of music do you like to listen to while doing art?
Oh gosh. I like all kinds of music, to be honest. It's really hard to decide. I love reggae, rocksteady, ska, punk,
Do certain
Colombian
pieces call for
country.
certain music? Like if you're working on one thing, like I have to listen to this genre because I feel like this piece.
No.
No?
No, it's not like that.
Yeah.
I usually just put on whatever I feel like listening to.
Indie, you ever listen to?
Yeah, I mean, I like
You got
all kinds of
Spotify?
music. I do have
I'm gonna have to
Spotify.
send you my link then.
Okay.
Always pushing it.
Yeah, yeah, music is definitely like an inspiration. I'm definitely a progressive illustrator, and yeah, music is definitely a huge inspiration for sure.
Yeah.
So,
When was
yeah.
the last time you were at the studio? And did you see like your art displayed in the studio?
Oh, in hiatus?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I've participated with them at Comic-Con here,
Yeah.
but I haven't really been back to San Francisco since I moved here.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I'm excited to go back eventually and check it out and reconnect with friends and stuff for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Was there a teacher in high school or middle school that helped you develop your arts style? Was it more less academic, more just teaching yourself?
I would say, I mean, my grandmother's a huge inspiration to me. She's a painter,
Yeah.
classically trained oil painter. She's a huge inspiration. Um, I mean, through school, I had some good teachers. I don't, I don't know. I feel like my art is just random. Honestly, like the way I came about doing what I'm doing, it's just kind of, I mean, accidental in a way almost.
Yeah.
I yeah, like I I don't want to say I'm inspired by just one person. I'm inspired by a lot of people. But if I didn't have like my grandmother in my life, I don't know if I would be pursuing art the way I have been. Uh
Nice.
yeah, but yeah, I don't really want to just name one person. If that's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I do love I will say right now I'm very well, I've always been into Ralph Steadman, but I feel like the way our country is, the polarizing news every day, and I feel very drawn towards his real illustrations
Mm.
of people. Like I'm a big people watcher,
Oh, yeah. You'd like looking out the
observer.
window of my apartment.
Yeah, for sure. Even just like getting on the bus and just observing people and just
Yeah, I love it.
taking in those moments. Yeah, it's different. And I feel, yeah, like being able to do that and take it all in is it's a good thing. I don't,
Mm.
and that's what I'm dealing with now is like looking at my art and maybe reflecting some of those images, in it. I
Yeah.
don't know. My art right now is very abstract, so
That's what I was
it's
gonna say. It looks like you're doing a lot of abstract pieces. Did you start off doing abstract?
I mean, I kind of started off doing more like graphic imagery.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Does Portland
very
inspired?
static images.
I mean, Portland has made you want to do abstract, maybe?
Um, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm kind of finding my style always.
Yeah.
So, I went to design school. I didn't really go to like fine art school. So I'm pretty much like self-taught. Uh, so yeah, I'm always exploring, trying new techniques. Yeah, I really do love ink and water. I love the flow of it.
Yeah.
The brightness of the colors or just, a graphic image. I'm always drawn to black and white for sure, but it's fun to explore, you know, a full palette. So, yeah, I don't know, every day is a,
You really like the
yeah.
color blue. Is that your favorite color?
Oh, I don't really have a favorite color. My
Okay.
favorite, well,
Yeah.
I would say my favorite color is black, but it's not a color.
Mm,
So, yeah.
nice.
Um, I would say, oh man, I can't pick a favorite color.
Is
It's
there
not
any
fair.
is there any artists you really looked up to growing up, or
Um,
that your style may come similar to?
I mean, I love Van Gogh. It's definitely an inspiration.
Mm,
I love Aubrey Beardsley is a huge inspiration as well. The graphic quality, the darkness, the grotesque. I love all of that.
yeah.
Um, yeah, there are so many artists. It's really hard to like, you know, break it down and name that. But yeah, I would say, I mean, Van Gogh is a huge, that would be like probably,
Yeah. I really
main.
like this piece, Where the Rainbow Ends.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my Instagram is just kind of like a look into my process.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the photos just are process photos. So I don't know
Yeah.
if people are aware of that. I do finish all of them, but the final images really aren't on Instagram. So um, I do have a lot of art that I'm trying to put together for a show, or even just have people over to my studio. I feel like that disconnect between like a consumer and an artist, like I feel like Instagram is a good way to meet people, to
Yeah.
like break that ground, if you're an artist and you don't have your work up anywhere, but you're still producing. So it's nice to like give someone a look into my world. I mean, and my world is pretty much just my apartment and like a desk and maybe a
Yeah.
nice light. So it's kind of just a weird look into what I'm doing. And I think that's where I struggle now, is just reaching out to people, or if anybody likes something, it's like letting them know, hey, like this is available, and no, it's not in a gallery, and no, I don't really just want to sell a print, but if you
Yeah.
would like a print, maybe we can work something out. So I feel like as a consumer it might be intimidating reaching out to an artist to be like, hey, can I buy this? Like if it's not
Yeah.
available, like if there's not like a buy here button, like that it's okay to reach out. And maybe that's something as an artist like I want to try and work on too, is just being more vocal through social media or through whatever avenue, about that. I that this is affordable. It's not something that you couldn't have in your living room or wherever you would
Yeah.
like it. So I think that's where I struggle, because I didn't go to fine art school and I didn't graduate. So it's
Are you still interested
in graduating
in
or
like going to art school?
um
Never too late to learn.
yeah, I mean,
They say that you learn the ways of famous artists just so you can break those rules. Do you believe in that?
yeah, that's definitely a design term
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I love that quote. I think that was actually David Carson, right? Who said that?
I don't
No.
know, but
Okay.
I love that quote too.
Yeah. um Yeah, I think it would be great to take some classes possibly, but I also like connecting with other artists and just like, painting together or like working together. I
Yeah.
enjoy that.
How
Not
often do you do collaborative work?
not often enough.
Yeah.
So if
Do you ever
anybody
collaborate with non-artists? Would you?
non-artists, um uh
That would be difficult, wouldn't it?
well, I mean, if somebody like, I don't know, wanted to try and like, I think everybody
Would
is
you
an
ever do
artist.
body
Everybody is a
painting?
creative.
Would you ever do abstract art on a body painting? Like,
I've never done body painting.
uh-huh.
Um, I don't know. I believe the body is beautiful.
Yeah.
I've done face painting before, at like a children's festival, but
Nice.
like I've never done any body painting.
It's a really cool Netflix show RuPaul hosts.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
like awesome. It's a Skin Wars, 3 seasons. Unfortunately, it's canceled, but phenomenal show.
I haven't seen that. Is that like makeup? Like for
Skin Wars is body painting. It's like
Oh,
a
okay.
reality show body painting, so everybody gets eliminated. Toward the
Oh,
end,
and
there's
it's
one.
like theatrical, right? Like I think I have seen a couple episodes, cuz it's like I mean, I forget the term like for what they're doing, right? I mean, it's like movie makeup and stuff, like special effects, right? Stuff like that? Or
They'll spray paint on the bodies, and they'll just like
okay.
also just paint on the body and any
Okay.
design. Basically, it's like a contest. So they'll give you a theme, and everyone will do that theme.
Oh, okay.
So it could be anything, really. Yeah,
Nice. Yeah.
it's
Cool.
really freaking awesome art. I mean, if we
Nice.
ever hang out, I'll show you an episode.
Okay. Cool.
Where do you think art, like the greatest art, comes from?
The greatest art. Oh wow. I mean, I don't know. For me, I would say through experience,
Yeah,
through yeah, I would say through experience. I feel like for me, looking at art something draws you in,
Yeah.
a connection. So yeah, I don't know. I am an artist, but I also appreciate art. So it's, yeah, I would say it's something that you connect with, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Truly from the heart, like songs and music. Can't be like technical.
um, I think it can be technical for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
But you know, uh,
the soul in music, it's like Ingwe Malmsteen. He's technical and he'll play the fastest lead guitar you ever heard in your life.
who is that? I don't.
Ingwe Malmsteen is like supposedly he plays lead guitar faster than any human being ever did. He's a guitarist from like the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not
So he's really
aware of him.
technical, and his songs, you don't really hear soul in them. You just hear like you hear something amazing, but there's no like true soul inside of it. I don't know. The singer I never really liked.
Oh,
So
so it's just.
I'm
I
just thinking
mean,
in art, like they could do everything right, painting the lines, but if they're not truly coming from their heart or soul, like you'll
yeah.
see that, you'll feel that. Is that true?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I think art can be deceptive as well. Sorry, I'm like
Yeah,
hearing music.
no problem.
um, yeah, no, I don't think that's true. I mean, for me, I do try and paint something every day, and sometimes it's more from the heart, or it's more just an emotion. So, um, I don't know. I feel like every art emotes something. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you ever done graffiti?
Um, not really. I mean a little bit,
Do
but
you appreciate it as an art style?
yeah, I appreciate all
Really?
all art.
Even tags, like just your name and script.
It's an expression.
Yeah.
Like I know it, it's yeah, I feel like it's a form of creative expression, to be honest. So it's somebody
If someone pees in the snow, is that creative expression?
totally.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can porn be creative expression? Can that be art? Why is it not classified as art and more dirty?
I mean, that's just the stigma of our culture,
So you
you
believe it
know.
can be art?
I believe that the body is beautiful.
Yeah.
Um I I don't.
Have you ever heard of Picasso?
Heard of who?
Picasso?
Picasso?
Yeah.
No, who's
Guy
that?
paints with his penis.
No, I've not heard of
Is he a
him.
real artist? Or that's his medium?
I mean, if
It's expression, right?
it's totally expression,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna down Picasso. Like
I know.
he's
You love all
doing
art.
him. So I mean,
You do have a true,
I
profound
appreciate I
appreciation.
appreciate
Yeah.
anybody who has like the nerve, or who can put themselves out there.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who feels the need to express themselves in any way. Um, I don't promote violence or anything,
Yeah.
but um, I feel like this day in our country, we need a creative outlet because there are many, like I said, many other paths to take. And having the freedom to create is important for our future. So that's
Yeah.
that's how I feel. I feel like we're at a time that we're able to do that, especially with the legalization of psychedelics. With the studies being done
You mean like
with
ketamine for
psilocybin,
depression and stuff like that?
ketamine for depression.
Have you heard that?
Like no, I haven't heard
Yeah.
of
People are
ketamine
there
being used for
actually
depression.
ketamine clinics now where they cost so much money. Like for an infusion, it's like 1,000 or something. But like every 3 weeks, if you're depressed, they'll have you in for a ketamine infusion, and it's been curing depression under doctor's strict supervision.
I don't know about ketamine. I do believe in psilocybin. I believe in cannabis. Yeah, I believe in like microdosing.
Have you done that one doing art?
use psychedelics.
Like a microdose, does it help art sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like expanding your mind in a controlled environment is okay. And at this day in our country, we're lucky to have these studies being done and have them legalized, and it's important. It's important for kids. It's important for um, people who suffer from illnesses that can be treated in a natural way,
Yeah.
as opposed to prescription drugs. Yeah, so I feel like there are natural alternatives um, to Western medicine,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm lucky to be in a state that allows that to happen. You
So
know?
you're into naturopaths over.
Yeah, definitely. And it's nice that insurance covers that here in Oregon.
Oh yeah.
Fortunate to have
That's
that.
true. That's an
Yeah.
Oregon thing, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Right. Um, yeah, coming from Houston, it's not available there, and
Yeah.
I struggle seeing my family on, certain
Yeah.
medications that I don't really agree with, but I'm not a doctor, so
Yeah.
they don't really,
I've turned down some
Yeah.
medications that Western medicine doctors have suggested to me,
Yeah.
which would have been much worse if I had not researched myself.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're trying to kill you based on, the formula that they've been doing it by. And I feel like a lot of doctors do not put the time in to see like how your body is actually reacting to something. Like why would you look up based on statistics of people that are over age 60 and then suggest to a 40-year-old that same medication, They don't
Yeah.
take these things into account.
Well, I feel like, there is a formula that doctors follow, and sometimes it's hard to look at everybody differently, even
Yeah.
though like everybody is different, every body, every mind, everything. So sometimes, if you are a doctor and you're seeing so many clients every day, I imagine it could be difficult to take the time sometimes, and like, yeah, I don't really know. I just
Yeah.
know how I
They do
feel.
like to
So
prescribe the opiates though.
yeah, I mean, I feel like
I'm just talking.
that's our system
Yeah.
that we're in, and
I'm sure some of them are very helpful. I have not encountered any of these. That's all. I don't want to be a
yeah,
doctor hater, but
from what I know, they're
from my
very
experience,
addictive.
uh-huh.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, I definitely don't agree with the way medication is prescribed sometimes, especially um, if it's something that can be as easy as changing your diet.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
I feel that food is medicine for sure, and
Yeah.
that's something moving from Texas to California.
GI doctor. They won't even suggest to change your diet before, scheduling a $2,000 colonoscopy because that's what gets them the money, not you changing your diet.
Right.
But
But
I
I
heard,
think it's also a lack of education in like the
in
dietary field for doctors. I've watched some documentaries, and I know that it's not really prescribed, like in the program. Like, you learn about everything, but when it comes to diet, it's something that a doctor has to learn on their own. So it's something that they have to
yeah,
believe in, and yeah, you're not going to make a profit from telling somebody to eat more carrots or something.
yeah,
Yeah, it's different, but I feel like medicine is changing, and there are a lot of doctors who agree like that, like
yeah. Some of them are starting to come around. First, you think, CBD oil. They were like, what? Now they're kind of considering it.
yeah,
Though I still feel like, health insurance companies are going to frown upon the fact if you tell your doctor that you smoke cannabis. I don't think they're going to be too happy about that. They're going to probably treat it the same way they treat cigarette smokers.
well, I feel like now that cannabis is becoming legalized, it'll be more accepted, but
Yeah.
it's also going to be tampered with in the way that cigarettes are.
Yeah, big weed's coming. As
Yeah.
soon as it's made federal, there'll be a Marlboro or, Newport or something.
Yeah.
And they'll start putting additives and chemicals, you think? Crazy.
Yeah. It's corrupt.
What kind of video games do you play? Do you play any?
I really like old school like
Tetris?
racing games. I do. I like Tetris for sure. I like racing games like Excite Bike is like
I was just playing Excite Bike on
Yeah.
the Switch because there's
Oh,
an
nice.
emulator.
Nice.
Me and my brother and my friend, we used to create custom Excite Bike tracks.
What?
Yeah,
Nice.
so you could make the jump so high that your biker went over the ceiling of the screen and it would come back on the bottom.
Oh,
And
nice.
it was way funner when you can make those crazy jumps. Like,
Very cool. I do remember like going out of the screen. That's pretty rad.
yeah.
No, I haven't. I mean, I actually found a like old gaming console at CC Coffee. They have one there. That
Nice.
was exciting. But I do like like Quarter World, like all of these like places here in Portland that have like the old school games.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm into. I'm like grew up in the 80s, so
Have you
it's
been
like
to Ground Control up the street?
I have not been there yet. Yeah.
We're going.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like more like old school, like Mario Kart, like all the old
What was
games.
the first Mario Brothers you played?
Mario, the first one.
The Super Mario Brothers 1
Yeah,
for
like,
Nintendo. I'm impressed because a lot of people are like, oh, I didn't play Do Super Mario World. Or
yeah, Mario and Duck Hunt. I really like Duck Hunt.
It's a great game with the light gun.
Yeah.
They don't really make video games with like shooting and stuff like that. And it's interesting how the NES launched with like a shooting game. It's weird, you know.
That's funny.
Peripherals are not really, people don't use them. They just use a video game controller most of the time. Attach rate for peripherals, it's like 10 or 5%. So it's not good. I'm using video game terms now.
I lost me a little bit.
Attach rate being, you know, whoever gets the original system, like attach rate to accessories would be 5 to 10% because hardly anybody buys them, basically.
Oh, okay.
So it's not really worth it. PSVR is taking a long time to catch on, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're sticking with it, thankfully, unlike the Move controllers. The motion controllers didn't really work at all back in 2011. Neither did 3D, just a fad.
Yeah.
Would you ever do 3D art? Remember that in the 90s?
3D art. Yeah. I mean, that would be kind of rad.
Did you used to see that in the mall? Like, you know, when you had to
When you
cross your
stare,
eyes, the mall rat scene?
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, I feel like my art is kind of like that. Like that's my favorite thing about doing abstract work because like I see things in it, but it's interesting to see what other people see in it. So I've had the idea of kind of like digitizing or animating some of my art.
Nice.
Like doing that. But yeah, other than that, I haven't. Yeah, I do remember those. I could never see it. I could never really cross my eyes and like see whatever was there. So yeah.
Did you have like open-minded parents who weren't too strict?
Yes and no. I mean,
yeah.
I grew up I was raised by my grandmother and my mom, so I didn't have like, the typical like upbringing, but I was definitely raised Catholic, so definitely like come from a strict like religious background.
Yeah.
But like I said, they're always very open and accepting to my friends and about what I wanted to do, Yeah, I was fortunate to have the family like that I have. So there are a lot of people, who don't have that. So I try just to be thankful for the life I was given, So
yeah.
Yeah.
What sound or noise do you love?
What sound or noise do I love? I love the sound of the ocean for sure. I like quiet.
Yeah.
I would say the ocean for sure. Or like the sound of like breathing. It's nice
So
too.
you like ASMR?
What's that?
That's a new thing on YouTube. It's like close-up sounds of people like this and stuff. It's really gross.
Yeah, that's not a favorite sound of mine. No, I mean, is that like cognitive therapy in a
Maybe.
way? I think I have kind of heard of that. Uh, like meditative sounds in a way, right? Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I'm either like noise, like, music full blast, or, give me ocean sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Would you ever do anything else besides be an artist? Like anything else would be fun for you?
I mean, I love, creative environments. I've always wanted to like learn how to play the steel drums. That's kind of like something I'm interested in doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be fun to like, I don't know, play music would be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm also like kind of writing in a way, so I feel like, yeah, my experiences have kind of, I don't know, opened me up to new creative paths. It's just meeting the right people and, to make that happen. So, and just sticking with it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you clean first? Your room, your desk, or your car?
My room, my desk, or my car? Well, I don't have a car. So, and my desk is in my room. So, I'm a pretty clean person. Like,
Really?
yeah. So it's, yeah.
Does it disturb you when you see like something dirty in someone else's place?
No. No.
Not one to correct people on grammar and things like that.
No, that happened to me growing up. My grandmother is an English teacher, so I got that growing up. So I try not to be like, I don't want to be like that, So
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody's what's the word? Linguistics? What is the word for that? Like the way they speak.
Yeah.
Their
dialect.
Yeah, their dialect. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I don't correct people.
Probably an extension of how you can appreciate all art.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to judge people,
Yeah.
Like, hi.
No, that's Lucy you're meeting.
Hey, Lucy. What's it short for that you said?
Lucrezia.
And what's Lucrezia? What is that?
It's from this video game, Final Fantasy VII spin-off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was Vincent Valentine was the main character. I think you'd like that character, actually.
It's a pretty cool name.
Yeah, it was like a vampire or something.
Oh, nice.
Ever play Final Fantasy VII?
No.
Great game. Lucy agrees as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nice.
Did you ever like besides t-shirts, like what else would you put your art on? And
besides
mugs?
T-shirts, well, I don't know. Walls? Yeah, I mean, I would like to do murals for sure. Like enjoyed doing the one I did at my place.
Yeah.
But it would be fun to like do that for sure. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I'm kind of open to all forms, I don't really have like one idea in mind.
What kind of mediums have you used in art?
I've pretty much tried
acrylic.
Yeah, I do mostly like acrylic ink, but I've done watercolor. I haven't really messed with oil at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've done digital work, but yeah, I mean, mostly ink, acrylics. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Would you ever do like a clay sculpture or anything like that?
Yeah, I think it would be fun to like kind of like you said, do more 3D art. But yeah, I haven't really broken into that yet.
What
but
about photography? Like,
yeah, I love photography for sure. Yeah.
Get into the manual settings and stuff?
Yeah, I haven't really picked up like an SLR camera or anything in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, all of my photos that I post are just from my phone. So it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe try like a time lapse app. I've done one of those and I put it outside my window. I don't know what kind of view you have, but that's really fun to do
Oh,
things like
that's
that.
cool. That's a
Yeah.
cool idea. Yeah, I don't really have much of a view.
Hmm.
So
You could actually put your camera on while you're doing art and time lapse the art, and that would be kind of cool.
yeah, I kind of do that. I kind of have just like a very simple setup
Yeah,
happening that I kind of have done like some time lapse videos, but
very cool.
um yeah, it's just knowing like what to put out there,
Yeah.
it's
There's a,
challenging sometimes. So
there's also twitch.tv. You could do art streaming for people.
Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mainly video games people playing, but there's also people that work on their art, could be a good way to get followers and stuff. I'm
Nice.
not sure if the art section's too filled up. The music is so oversaturated that you're lucky to get one viewer. So art
Yeah.
may be different though.
Okay. Twitch.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just need a
Nice.
laptop and you're streaming basically. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. Cool.
How often are you doing black and white pieces?
I don't know, whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have like it's whatever strikes, like I don't really have
You're
a
reading any?
preconceived concept of like what I'm doing. I mean, I do have like some conceptual pieces, but for me daily, it's just how I'm feeling and yeah, I would say, yeah, it's not really anything it's like set
Mm-hmm.
in stone or anything. So, yeah.
You reading any good books lately?
Um, I've picked up some good books. I haven't really finished one in a while. I would say World Walk. Have
Okay.
you read that?
I haven't. What's it about?
So it's by Stephen Newman, and it's pretty much about his journey walking around the world in the 80s.
Okay.
He kind of walked with just his backpack and just depended on the generosity of people
Vagabonding.
pretty much, but like in a very, I don't know, it was a very interesting, humbling way he did it. Um, and so it's, yeah, just his story. And he even has like old letters that he wrote, like to people and from people. And yeah, it's really, really good one.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I don't have a favorite
Are you
movie.
into books over the medium of television and movies?
um, I mean, I watch I don't really watch TV.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say it changes. I mean, I'm a very visual person,
Yeah.
so I like, movies and all of that for that aspect, but um
Could it be a distraction to your art?
yeah, I
I
feel
find
like
that, yeah.
yeah, it could be that, but it's not that I don't enjoy it.
Just not feeling it sometimes. I think
Yeah.
you like being active more, is that it?
I do like being active and but I can also just like, I don't mind taking a nap. So
What
it's
do you
yeah.
like to do when you chill? Just read a book or something, take a nap,
Yeah, I mean I do and
go
also
out,
sketch like yeah, I enjoy like going to parks and stuff like that.
Mount Tabor.
Walking my dog.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I live Mount Tabor,
Do you get
Laurelhurst.
inspired by the Mount Tabor, like to draw something from there,
Yeah, I mean, I
picture?
definitely like the light through the trees is definitely an inspiration. I enjoy the shadows like throughout the day, like the
Yeah.
way the light hits everything. And that's something I really like about Portland is like the seasons here. I've never really experienced that. I mean, coming from Houston, it's kind of like everything it's either hot or cold, so it's like,
Yeah.
thriving or dead. And then San Francisco, it's, ideal weather all year round except for July where it's like, 50 and you're freezing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Portland is it's definitely been a experience like none other. So
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Would you ever want to do figure drawing or like a portrait art session?
Yeah, I definitely am into like figure drawing and yeah, kind of, you know, rough sketches and
Mm-hmm.
I'm into like features, like body features, in a way. Um I don't know, I feel like my art can take a more figurative route if I wanted it to.
Yeah.
And I have done some weird um like body images just using like shells and rocks, and that has like been kind of interesting. I've even done some like facial features. My stomach is grumbling. Yeah.
Speaking speaking of which, what do you like to eat around Portland?
Oh
Thai or
man, what do I
chai?
not like to eat in Portland? I swear I gained like the Portland 15 when I first moved here. That's what I call it.
Uh,
Um I love, I mean, I pho. I love Vietnamese food.
what's your favorite Thai place?
Favorite
I ask
Thai
like every guest.
place? I don't have a favorite Thai place.
Sweet.
Tie Me Up was really good, but I don't think it's there
That's an
anymore.
awesome name.
Yeah.
Really applies to the Portland kink scene. That's funny.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. I love Luke Lac. That place is
I've been
amazing.
there.
Yeah.
It's cool. I love sushi around here.
Yeah, I like Japanese food. I don't really eat fish.
You ever had
But
parasaki? I've been asking people that.
Parasaki.
It's so good. Yeah.
Is that sake?
Yeah. It's just pear
Oh,
inside of it. Yeah.
pear. No, I
I had it at
haven't.
a sushi place around here.
That
So
sounds
good.
amazing.
It
I
was
love
really good.
pears.
It's like
Yeah.
alcohol. It's supposed to burn. No, this is good.
Yeah, it's cold, right? Or is it hot?
Yeah, I think sake
Cold.
is cold when you
Yeah.
give it to you.
Well, you can get it hot too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your favorite cut of sushi? Like, I like sashimi.
I don't really eat fish.
Oh,
So
you're
yeah.
vegetarian?
No.
Okay.
No. I just don't. I
Do you like
prefer
burger
not to
places
eat.
around here?
Yeah, I could eat a good burger every now and
You ever been to
then.
Brunch Box? Little Big Burger?
I've been a Little Big Burger.
It's good stuff. Truffle fries.
Yeah, those are really good.
You
Like rosemary on them too, right? It's like rosemary.
Yeah.
Truffle. Yeah.
They got some good little burgers.
Yeah.
It does suck when they're playing some annoying hip hop, but other than that.
No, I went there. I think the last time I was there was during like the Mardi Gras parade last year. That was pretty rad.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
All I remember was the Pride Parade and trying to get home for like an hour as they blocked up all the streets downtown. Yeah. I was like, nice. I don't even care why you're marching now. I just want to go home.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know there's so much good food here. I love this I feel there's like a southern vibe when it comes to food here too, which I like the good barbecue and stuff like that for sure. So
yeah. Well, it was really fun having you in here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've never done this before, so it's pretty fun. Yeah. Woo. Oh my god, my